not to mess with your spiritual authority, I'm hearing. It's something here about your spiritual authority that someone here was warned not to mess with. And this could have been like an energy where maybe you didn't fully like awaken into your spiritual authority. Like maybe you were just still learning and you were just still awakening. Like spirit is showing me something here where somebody here was like still awakening to who they were. And somebody here could have been warned not to like tamper with your spiritual authority. Now, this doesn't really feel like a person. It feels more like a spirit here. That's what it feels like. It feels more like a spirit. Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you could have been dealing with like stomach issues, sacral issues. Three of Swords, Three of Fire, Three of Air. Like, I'm just hearing, like, warning. You could be seeing the number 911. You could be seeing that number 911. So I want to go over soon in regards to how to actually embody your spiritual authority. How to know when you're in your actual spiritual authority. Like, how do you embody your spiritual authority? So we're going to talk about that as I channel this message as well too. So I may seem like I'm like doing two things at once because I am. But anywho, I was picking up something here about somebody here, like, and I got like a split download, okay, in regards to someone here being challenged in regards to their authority. Somebody here could have been warned not to like mess with your authority or bother your look, I can't make it up. Yeah, somebody here was warned to retreat, warned to leave you alone, warned to like step away from you. You know, they were warned to not bother you here, not mess with your authority, because there was something about you still remembering about who you are. You were still remembering like your soul's gift, and this was like a phase of your life where you were like going through where it was like you were embodying your spiritual authority. You were still embodying your mission, your purpose. Somebody here is still learning like their mission, their purpose. You're still learning your gifts and stuff. You're still trying to anchor in. Yeah, look, I'm trying to tell you, somebody here was warned. They were warned to leave you alone. I don't know. Like, look at this. Look at this. I, like, I don't know. Like, somebody was warned to retreat, to take a time out, to back up, to leave you alone, to step back from you here. And it's like somebody here did not, they did not take heed to the warning here. And so this is leaving them here in some type of like debris here. Yeah, like look at this. Somebody here was warned to leave you alone, or something was going to end up very nasty for them. Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Fire. Something here was going to end up very nasty for them. Like somebody here, and I'm getting, again, I feel like this is like an energy of like some type of spirit that was warned to leave you alone. Like a spirit could have been using a different person's vessel to do this, but somebody here, it was just warned to leave you alone because you were going through something here in regards to still healing some type of wound that challenged you. Yeah, you were going through some type of wound here that you were healing from that was like challenging your power. You were still clearing out certain things and aspects of yourself. And somebody here is almost like, you know what they're showing me? They're showing me like where somebody, you know how you boil an egg, and if you don't let the egg cook at a certain temperature or let it get done in a certain way, the egg sticks to the shell. It don't really peel right. And so it's like somebody didn't let you fully like develop. Somebody here didn't let you fully cook. That's what it is. They didn't let you fully cook. So it was like they was cracking your egg and they was cracking and doing things sooner than it was supposed to have been like done. And that's what caused you some type of confusion. So say for instance, you could have been dealing with like a friend, or you could have been dealing with a family member, or you could have been dealing with someone here And it was like they was pushing you to hatch too soon, pushing you. And when they kept pushing you, it was like it was going up against some type of spiritual code, some type of spiritual authority here, because something was supposed to like cook at a certain time. Like your gifts are supposed to, it's almost like they could even force you into like an awakening, force you into a kundalini awakening. They force you on your journey. And they could have done this, what I'm showing, by you going through like despair, you going through like trials, you going through homelessness, you going through all of these things in life that you wasn't supposed to go through. Because whatever this energy was doing, it was like literally, it was literally pushing you. Oh, thanks. It was literally pushing you into something that you wasn't really quite ready for. It was pushing you into something that you wasn't quite ready for. I don't know who I'm talking to. Like somebody here could have got spiritually awakened abruptly. Like you could have went through, like, you know, for me, I didn't go through a spiritual journey like that. I went through a spiritual journey like slowly into my journey. Somebody here I'm talking to got abruptly pushed into a journey. Like you could have lost your job or lost a home or got pushed out of a home, or it's like something here pushed you into something. You could have gotten into an argument with someone, and it's like I'm hearing something, but you could have got into an argument with someone, and this argument could have like something just happened unexpected. Yeah, this could even been like a home situation. This could have even been like a home situation that you got pushed into. That's what that is. Yeah, and it caused some type of, whatever this was, it caused some type of confusion. It caused you to be in some type of illusion. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Wow. Archangel Sophikiel. Archangel Raphael and Archangel Jophiel. Wow. Those are the angels that are around me and hand, y'all. So you was victorious in something here? Yeah, but whatever this is, you still feel compassion and love for these people. You still feel compassion and love for these people. You still feel liberated from this energy here. Right now, you could be feeling liberated. You could be feeling free here. There's still some parts of you that are loyal to this energy as well, too, because of the compassion that you have for these people. But you are going to be victorious in something here, because even though you got forced, I'm hearing forced out of something. You could have got forced out of something. Something lies within your soul, your makeup, your DNA with the eternity symbol here. Something lies within Raziel, could be significant Archangel Uriel. You got veneration as well too, and you got planetary cycles. Somebody here could have even been studying like your planetary alignments, your planets, your they could have been studying your yeah, somebody here was forcing you something, earth force. They was forcing you into something. They could have even been giving you like false hope around love, or giving you the energy around false like lovers. This could have been lovers giving you false hope. Yeah. And you know what, to be honest with you, like this feels like this is on like a real big grand scale. This feels like something here where it's like, it feels like big. And it feels bigger than like even the government. It just feels like there's like a strong force or power behind something that plays around with our moon cycles, our planetary cycles. It's like they force something here. This is like the crop circles on here. It's like something here, and it's like whatever this energy was, these people or these energies was warned to stop, because it was messing with something in regards to like your innocent, your spiritual authority, your ranking. Something here it was messing with. And it was like it wasn't allowing you to heal. Like And they keep showing me here something about even a breakup or you leaving a home. Somebody could have threw you out of a home, could have broke up, you could have lost a job, you could have went through a bad divorce. Something here that shifted you into something that did not allow you to heal. Like, let's say if you were supposed to lose a house, I mean, you know, or you were supposed to leave a house, or you were supposed to break up with somebody, right? You were supposed to leave that house, leave that person, but you were supposed to shift into a new beginning. But you couldn't shift into a new beginning because there was always some type of interference. There was always some type of stress moment. So you couldn't really stop to heal. You couldn't stop to heal. Like, you couldn't stop because it's like, I gotta always worry about the bills. I gotta always worry about this, and I gotta do this, and I gotta do that. So it's like you're ready to be renovated for something. With renovation, you're ready to be victorious in something or renovate in something. And so it's like, yeah, because you're ready to be liberated from something. I don't know. I'm just getting that. I'm getting like, and I don't want to get emotional in this live. I'm trying not to get emotional in this live for whoever energy I'm picking up. But it really feels like you've been through a lot in a sense of things that you wasn't supposed to go through. Like this wasn't supposed to be my life. Why do I keep getting detours? Why do I keep going through divine interventions? Why do I keep going through interferences? It led you down a path of confusion. And that's because somebody here was messing with your authority. Like somebody here, and this could have even been like a reader. Like if you went to a reader and they said, yeah, that's your person. And you go down that path of thinking that's your person, but it led you to destruction. It led you to being attacked by demons. It led you to being binded to somebody that really truly wasn't your person. It led you down some type of path of like illusions or confusion. You know, it's like stuff like that. It's like you keep experiencing some type of intervention. I'm getting love, home-wise, like just everything here. And it's like you still stayed in this energy of like compassion and love. You still stayed in this energy of like compassion and love, whatever this was. And you're ready to be vindicated and free from whatever this is. You're ready to be free from some type of confusion, some type of illusion, some type of, yeah, look. You had to always surrender something. You had to always go through some type of dark night of soul. Yeah, enter in the vortex. See, it was some type of illusion. It says beyond the illusion. Aligning with the infinite abundance. See, you were supposed to bend in your wealth energy. Like I'm hearing like them delaying. You could be seeing a number 1010. You were supposed to bend in your wealth energy. You were supposed to bend balance. You weren't supposed to be going through no confusions. Because of your ranking, because of who you are. You weren't supposed to be going through. I can't make it up. Like I'm really about to get up and jump for joy. Because it's like you were, look, you're the divine feminine. You were the queen. You was never supposed to go through all of this interference stuff. I'm getting like you went through a lot of interferences. Like I'm talking about interference to stop you so you wouldn't focus on the poverty, getting out of poverty. The interference is to stop you so you wouldn't stay consistent on your healing journey. Like somebody here may have to work multiple jobs and you couldn't get up and do your spiritual routine and healing like you were supposed to. It was like always some distractions. Like I'm tired of the job. I don't even feel like praying. You see what I'm saying? It's like it was always some type of like interference in regards to your journey. When your authority and your ranking and your calling was so high, it's like if my ranking is high, if I'm a star seed, if I'm a divine chosen being, why do I have to go through all of this? And you kept asking that. It's like you was confused. And I feel like your spirit team finally hears out and they're like, okay, why is she going through this? Why is he going through all of this? Why does he keep going through this storm? And this was coming, yes, I'm trying to tell you, from a false twin flame. There was a false twin flame energy that was blocking you. And I'm talking about you could have been falling for some illusions here around like, oh, you know, your twin flame is coming. Your person is coming. Your soulmate is coming. This person's coming. They're thinking about you. They're doing this, doing all of that, just with the traps and stuff. Like your mind wasn't on leadership. Your mind was on divine love because, oh, y'all going to come together and build something. It was like, okay, but it's like it looped your mind into something that kept you confused. It looped your mind into something that kept triggering you into this like divine intervention and interference. from this false twin flame. This false twin flame really blacked y'all up. Like, it delayed, this person delayed your timeline. Whoever this was, they really delayed your timeline. They delayed your abundance. They made you miss opportunities, made you miss connections with people and stuff like that. Spirit is saying, yes. You see, this was something here about triggering your inner child. And so now that you have this crystal clear vision on whatever this was, 10-10, something's over. This person kept triggering you here. Yeah, look, you was the feminine twin. And see, now you understand the pathway to true love, which is yourself. Wow, okay. You know the pathway to true love is to love yourself unconditionally, overflow. It's like you're understanding now self-love, what it really truly means. Wow, this is so beautiful. You're truly understanding what self-love is. Somebody I'm talking to really, really knows what self-love. This is you activating your higher self. Before, you was operating out of your lower self. You was operating in ego. And because you was operating in your lower self and you was operating in ego, you really couldn't see the confusion that you was sitting in. Wow. Somebody here couldn't see the confusion and the delays that they was sitting in. Somebody here couldn't see the poverty that they was sitting in. Somebody here couldn't see the broken homes that they was sitting in. You couldn't see, it was like it was normalized for you to sit in this chaos and not realize that it was not part of your journey. This was something that you were supposed to surrender and totally release. This was something here that you was completely supposed to go through, this dark night of the soul. And so now through all of this change that you went through, this looking beyond the illusion, you learned to the pathway to true love is yourself. And now you're aware of that. You have crystal clear vision about being aware of that. Yeah, you experienced a lot of delays around your journey. A lot of delays around your journey here. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. What that say? Breakthrough. It says breakthrough. You're processing karmic debris. Yeah, now your energy blocks are being cleared. You removed something out, and now you're able to let your light shine. Wow, high priestess. You're a high priestess. You're a high priestess. Your consciousness is expanding very fast. With karmic relationship and master alchemist, this was something here where you were dealt with a lot of karmic relationship, friends, lovers that you had to transmute and alchemize that energy. So you had to learn how to become your own master alchemist. Wow, you're stepping into priestesshood here. Or priesthood. You're a high priestess, 10-10. I know y'all keep seeing the number 111. You keep seeing 10-10, 11-11, 8-8, 111, 222, and 666. Y'all gotta be seeing those numbers. I'm getting like major angel numbers you're seeing. Some of you could even be seeing number synchronicities like 36, 36, 17, 17, 12, 12. You're seeing numbers like that. Yeah, something's happening in divine order. Spirit, what's the message here? Something's happening in divine order, in divine timing as well, too. And that could be your union is finally coming in. You're finally going into union. And I'm telling you, for some of you, it's union with yourself. For some of you, you're finally getting the land that you was promised. You're getting the homes that you was promised. You're getting the family that you was promised here. And with this repression and regret, with rebirth and deception, you're blocking out anybody that's deceptive. You're blocking out anybody that's going to trigger your inner child. You're blocking out and releasing all contracts. You could be releasing a contract from an air sign. You could be releasing a contract from an Aries. You're releasing all contracts here. You're no longer going to be sitting and entertaining anybody who is deceptive. You're no longer going to go through a cycle where you're going to entertain anybody who represses their emotions and represses their sadness. You went through a complete rebirth here, whoever you are. Somebody here was trying to delay your calling, suppress you, hide you, all of that. They was trying to delay everything that you was standing for when it came to your authority. Yeah, the Four of Cups. This energy here wanted you make Four of Waters wanted to make you feel rejected. Yeah, look at the Moon card. Wow. And the Eight of Cups. So you had to learn how to walk away from your emotions. You had to learn how to balance out your emotions. Yeah, transformation. Yeah, look at this. You've been going through this since you was younger. You could have like a Pisces placement, a water placement, strong water sign energy placement. So something was about you that was here to master emotions. The number 9, 4 could be significant as well too. The 6 of air. Something again about your emotions. This is something about childhood. You could have been always taught to like, be quiet, ignore your emotions, or you wasn't taught. Oh, okay, somebody here wasn't taught emotional balance. You wasn't. Oh, your parents didn't teach you about emotional balance. Oh my Lord, have mercy. That's what this is. I'm getting chills on my right hand side. So somebody here, your father didn't teach you about emotional balance. I'm hearing leadership too. Your dad, your father. Okay, so that's what this is. Somebody's father here did not teach them about emotional balance, did not teach them about leadership either. Yeah, 9 of Cups. Yeah. That's what this is. Wow. Yeah. So it always made you indecisive and stressed, and that's what you gotta heal. Wow. Yeah, it affected your mental and your finances. It affected the way you communicate. Something always makes you feel like, are you making the right decision? Something you second guess in your mental here, and it's like you always like, am I making the right decision? Am I doing the right things here? You're being vindicated and released from this. Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. Yeah, you're being vindicated from this. This is your energy. You're turning into the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Swords. Your masculine energy is becoming very wise here, and your feminine energy is becoming very nurturing and stable here. So you're definitely with the 9 of Pentacles. You're definitely creating an energy of stability. Hey, you're creating an energy of stability here when it comes to your feminine side. And you're creating this King of Swords energy. You're going into this King of Swords energy when it comes to your masculine side. So you're going to step into leadership. You're ready. Your authority. This King of Swords is y'all. Like you're going into authority. Yeah, you're going into authority here. You could be even going through something where you're realizing that your emotions and caring about certain things don't get you anywhere. You could be going through that. You're like, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be realizing that as well, too. This is you with the 9 of Pentacles. Like, you're doing something alone. You could be taking care of your family alone, taking care of your kids alone. Like, you just, you just feel like it's me. And I'm going to get into this more discerning energy, more grounding energy. Yeah, you're walking away from your emotions. You could have went through something with the air sign, and that's what triggered this. Yeah. Yeah, you're realizing your emotions do nothing but confuse you. Okay, period. You great turn into the Queen of Swords, honey. You great turn into the Queen of Swords, and that's what's going to get you in this Hierophant energy here. Yes, yes, ma'am, here. Yeah, look, Messenger of Air. Yeah. Ooh, honey, you about to be into this Hierophant energy here. Yeah. Yep. Look, patience. And you got the 2 of Pentacles. Something could be backfiring here. Yeah. What's this 2 of Pentacles? 9 of Wands. Messenger of Water. Page of Cups. And the 10 of Cups. Yep. Wow. With the 6 of Pentacles. Uh-huh. Wow. This is what you needed. I know that ain't what you wanted to go through, but it's what you needed. Let me get something on this King of Swords and Queen of Pentacles person energy. With the Hierophant. Somebody here was doing a lot of confusion. Yeah, oh my God, look at this. Ace of Pentacles, and Remember and Awakening. I'm trying to tell you, whatever this was, this is what, I'm getting chills on my left side. This is what you needed to go through. You needed to go through all of this. You needed to collapse something in regards to your ego and your pride in order to get this wish fulfillment. See, with decisions. Yeah, look, reunion with yourself, self-care, trigger. Yeah, somebody had to trigger you into this moment of awakening, moment of remembering, because there was something here that you kept building. Somebody here kept building something on shaky foundation. You kept building something here on like an emotional foundation. And like I said, you're realizing, and what I mean by that is like, you're realizing that your emotions didn't get you anywhere. Like you're realizing that, dang, I really love that person, but what did that get me? It got me cheated on. It got me thrown out. It got me, my heart broken into pieces. It's something like that. Even with family, it's like that. I went out my way for family, and look where it got me. You know how bad, like how much I went out my way for my family. Do you think they call and check on me and see if me and my kids are okay? No, they don't. You see what I'm saying? So it's like something is turning, and it's not that you don't have compassion or love. It's just like something's turning your emotions off. Like something is like, it's turning it off. You're turning more of this air energy up. You're turning more of the stability energy up. And that's what's going to get you back into leadership of your life. That's what's going to get you back in control of your life here. Yeah, courage. Look, beginnings. Yeah. You're going into a new beginning. Archangel Haniel and Samuel with courage here. Yeah. Look at this. Gratitude. And look, you keep getting reconciliation because you're ready to be reconciliating with yourself. You got cleansing here with Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael needed to cleanse your heart. You was always chosen. You was always meant for a life of ecstasy. You wasn't meant for a life of all these interferences and blockages and you know, your life starting then stopping, things going good and things stopping. You wasn't meant for all of that. That's not what God divinely had for your life. Wow. Beautiful energy. All right, I want to do one more. So something's finally coming to an end. All these storms, all these divine interventions, something always happen unexpected. Yeah, retreat and timeout, confusion. You're finally going into some type of like wish fulfillment energy. Let's see, you guys. Okay. Use this stuff. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Sorry, my daughter coming in to get the baby. Alright, let's see here.
Let's go get changed up and then we'll get some more, okay? I'll get you a treat on the way home. Let's go. Wait, take your time. You just woke up. You just opened your eyes.
Give me a kiss. Bye.
Say bye.
You want to see your mom? Aw. You want to stay tonight? Aw, just stay tomorrow, okay? Close my bathroom door for me.
Just spend the night with Baba tomorrow, okay? Alright, let's go.
What's the message here for the collective, please? It came out again, Queen. Queen came out again. In reverse. Clearing energy blocks in reverse. Activating higher chakras. So somebody here was blocking this or trying to block you. You got the generator. Stay grounded. Because your high priestess is coming. Wow, look at this. High priestess with high priest with reunion. You're meant to be with the high priest or high priestess. Wow, you're going to go into union here with somebody. For some of you, this is in union with yourself. Your consciousness is expanding, your power is expanding. Some of you are meant to teach and lead others. Egyptian energy could also be very significant as well too. Do you guys see me okay? Because I should have did the camera maybe from that way. But I don't know, I just like it from the light. Maybe I should do it like right here. Tab it, right? Okay. It's been one of those days, you guys. I had to clean up my little warehouse downstairs. I was cleaning up my little warehouse today. Okay. Just getting rid of old clutter and cleaning everything out. It's clear, okay. All right. You got 2 roses, winged messenger. Okay, so you could be getting messages here from your spirit team. Wow, Buddha prepares. Yeah, somebody here is getting prepared for something. It could be love, or it could be for, yeah, look, King of Roses at the bottom of the deck. You're getting prepared for your king. For some of you, it's love, and for some of you, it's like a teacher position. Look at all these roses out. King of Roses, 5 of Roses. Like, all of these energies out here of love. You got the scribe here. So you may know how to write scrolls. You may know how to write scrolls, write contracts here. Somebody here could be trying to interfere with your energy. Why did I pick that up? Because you're the architect. The Queen of Scrolls. You're the Queen of Scrolls. Archangel Gabriel is supporting you. So you have Archangel Gabriel around you. And you're the Queen of Scrolls. Hold on, wait a minute, because I didn't even know this deck had all of this. This is all the stuff I be picking up in Akashic Records. Hold on. The Queen of Scrolls. So the Queen of Scrolls is a woman of higher mind who you may already know you have yet to meet. Her purpose is to help you move through the entryway to a new level of wisdom and understanding. She could be a teacher. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, somebody here is ready to become a teacher. She could be a teacher to you in some way or offer a friendship that could develop into deeper love. This woman could be helpful to you in some projects requiring communication. She may be an author. Some of you could be becoming a writer, a marketeer, or a publisher. Maybe you're into marketing. Maybe you're into publishing. If you are a writer, she may be someone who assists you in getting something published. The Queen of Scrolls could also represent you or a woman in your life getting a position in a field related to communication or academics, such as counseling, teaching, marketing, or publishing. Yeah, somebody here is great to go into that. Let's see what Archangel Gabriel gotta say. Somebody here is ready to go into that. What do y'all got up y'all sleeve? Y'all doing something. What's 48? Archangel Gabriel is here. Gabriel is the divine messenger. He's the archangel of communication. He comes with his trumpet and stroll as well. Oh. And he's been around a lot. Archangel Gabriel has been around a lot. He comes with his trumpet and stroll as well as two gentle sparrows, signifying powerful yet peaceful expression. On his chest, he wears the crescents of Mercury. So somebody here could be Gemini or Virgo, the god of communication. This loving angel carries the sacred words of truth into the world, and he brings them easily to you. When this card appears upright, it indicates a profound connection to this wonderful presence. Your power of expression is on the rise now. You will have an easier time communicating with others, expressing your feelings, and even working on your projects involving communication, such as publishing, counseling, teaching. I don't know who I'm talking to. It's look. Publishing, teaching, counseling, mediumship, journalism, marketing, radio, or television. Now is the time for any of these endeavors. But no matter what you do, remember the power of words. Call on Gabriel to inspire you and let yourself sing out. I'm trying to tell you, I don't know, man. Somebody here is a teacher. Somebody is going to like this high priestess energy, and I feel like with the queen and the clear the energy blocks in reverse, I feel like you're moving from out of a queen energy into a high priest energy. You're moving into like this Buddhic energy, and you're going to be the queen of the strolls. You're going into some type of teaching, marketing, advancement. You could even be writing something. Look, you're the architect of something. You're creating something. Yeah, something's being cleared out the way. You could even be working with Saint Germain as well. Count Saint Germain. A lot of you could be seeing the number 111. Wow, this is beautiful. Yeah, you're ready to build some type of community. Something here is going to be very amazing for you. The Scribe. Oh, I want to see what the Scribe got to say too. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Let's see what the Scribe got to say too. The Scribe is on page 74. I don't ever really use this deck. It's really nice. Okay, so the Scribe says the learned scribe writes at high desk nearby are a number of other working scribes. In some ancient society, scribes were simply copiers of holy texts, but in many, they were the most learned men of their time. People well versed in law, scripture, philosophy, history, and more. This card indicates a great unswept in mind and study for you. If there is any subject with which you like to acquaint or reacquaint yourself, do so. It's not just for the sake of study, although there is always a good time. This period of higher mind, higher learning. Yeah, somebody here is studying. It's nothing less than a change your life, even change the world opportunity. Just as the Wright brothers began by studying the flight patterns of birds, you can rise up the wings of discovery now. There may be a teacher or even an entire school that can help you with the upfillment. Be sure to seek out the right person or place of learning. You can also become a writer or a teacher yourself at this time. Yeah, somebody's becoming a teacher or you're ready to write a book. Elevating and contributing to others. If you're involved in any legal matter, there is a person who can help you with this. Let your great vision guide you to him or her. This could also be a time when you might find yourself writing proposals, grants, essays, blogs, articles, or books. Notice that compels you, and be sure to answer the call. Somebody here is guided to write some type of book. And you're going to do it with people. Look at us. Look how it's 12 on it. It's 12 on here. Okay. Thank you. Yes, I've definitely been doing that, and I've been working on like my solar plexus and stuff. I'm trying to refrain from makeup. That's one thing. I'm trying to refrain from makeup, but then I'm also like, I don't know what to do with my hair. I don't know what to do with my hair. So I'm just like, I think I'm gonna cut it back off and go back blonde. I really do. I think I'm gonna do that. I just liked it when it was short. It was easy to cleanse my crown. Yeah, you got something here that you're gonna be committed to. What are y'all doing? What is y'all about to work on? You got autumn harvest and you got karma. So somebody here that could be born in autumn, like the fall time, is experiencing some karma. Your higher self and deception. See, I'm picking up this last message where somebody here was trying to, they was trying to like infiltrate your higher self so that you wouldn't see this that you were supposed to do. What's higher self and deception? Yeah, avoidance and stalemate. That, yeah, see, oh my God, you had a lot of people in. So this is somebody's calling here that I'm reading. Somebody calling her purpose is to write something, but you were deceptive. Like you kept running into people, not you deceptive. You kept running into people that were deceptive. And so it made you avoid something, or it stalemate something that you were supposed to actually do. Somebody, a Cancer could be significant, a Libra could be significant. They could be watching you as well. A Cancer or a Libra could be watching you. Yeah, look, alchemy and ancestors. So your ancestors is alchemizing this energy here, whatever this is. Oh, so somebody here may need to study Egyptian, okay? You may need to study something in regards to the Egyptian energy. Detachment and cold, gratitude, abundant. Fragmented, rejected, lost. For a long time, a lot of you didn't really understand what your purpose was. Yeah, self-worth and expectation. You didn't know what your purpose was. It was blocked from you, or you didn't know what it was. Give me more. Yeah, and that's what kept you stuck in your South Node. So whoever these people were, they kept you stuck in your South Node. These lovers, these false lovers. You could have been dealing with an air sign. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra with trigger and disharmony. Yeah, somebody here could have even been dealing with a Gemini. That's causing conflict. They want to keep you stuck in your South Node. They're lost and fragmented. You are awakening. You're in your power and you remember who you are. This person could be bringing you sexual dreams, toxic dreams, because they want a new start with you. So somebody here could be trying to trigger your Kundalini, or they're trying to trigger your sacral chakra because they're not getting a celebration with you in reverse. They feel like they don't have enough. You feel like you've got a breakthrough. A fire sign could be significant, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and you're ready to express some type of truth. I'm telling you, somebody here is going to write. Either you're going to write about like your love life. Some of y'all are going to write, yeah, look. Some of you here are going to write about the times you spent being in your shadow self with these lovers. What in the world? This is like a juicy book here. Somebody read. Oh my God, I can see it so clearly. I don't know who this is. I'm trying not to say without saying it, but it's like somebody here is going to write about these false, fake lovers that has somebody in their shadow side. You could have been dealing with a lot of men that kept you in your shadow, kept you from who you were. Oh my God, I don't know who this is for. Look, it's going to bring about some type of transformation, memories and nostalgia. You're going to write something. Look, all about the love, these love offers that kept you here out of unity with yourself. Yeah, and this is your freedom. It's like something is going to be like a memoir to your freedom. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, the generator, stay grounded. Who is this that I'm talking to? You could be a water sign or a fire sign is out here. Air sign is out here too. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I that's what I'm seeing. That's why I'm like, what is all this love stuff? It's all this love stuff, but it's all this writing stuff. Yeah, the garden, the architect. You may even call it something about in regards to your gardening. With the 5 of Cups, a lot of disappointments and stuff. I don't know. This is fire. This is fire. It's bomb. They're showing it to me. It's gonna, yeah, some of y'all, it's gonna be called like Secrets of the Shadows or something. Secrets in the Shadows. Somebody's gonna title it Secrets in the Shadows. And it's gonna be about all the lovers that you went through and how they kept you in your shadow side. They kept you in your dark night. They kept you in this energy. And then you're going to speak your truth, and it's going to be a breakthrough. I'm trying to tell you, somebody going to speak their breakthrough, and it's going to be a transformation. It's going to get picked up. It's going to be like from a spiritual standpoint, and it's going to get picked up. Like, you're going to have people editing. People are going to pick up your story. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know. And Archangel Gabriel is helping y'all with this. Like, Archangel Gabriel is helping you with this. Somebody may even write it in like sections or something. Like you might have series 1, series 2 or something. Damn, y'all got a crazy love life like that? Y'all got a crazy love life. And somebody here gonna go all the way back. All the way back. Yeah, you got Archangel Sandalphon. Assurance. Look, Archangel Raphael again, cleansing. Somebody in here is going through a cleansing. Yeah, you got compassion again. Zachiel. Thank you to the archangels. What's this here? Yeah, yeah, ecstasy. Look. It's something about where, like, all of these lovers, they stole a piece of your soul or something, because Fragmented came out. Yeah, right here, Fragmented. It's like where you lost your soul and stuff, and you had to go back and go get it. Like, see how she falling out? She falling out because it's like you lost your soul. And this is the angel out here again. So you're going to write about something, Sandalphon again. So Sandalphon, planetary cycles. So you're going to talk about just, yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, look, it's something to do with your love life. Yeah, look, charisma. And for some of you, like you're going to realize that you were supposed to have been like in this nun energy. Look at this, dreams. The angels are coming to you in your dreams, giving you this message. Look at this, Michael, transmutation, loyalty, Hanya, wisdom, Metatron. Your angels are already coming to you. That's why I said your angels is already speaking to somebody. When I seen the winged messenger, I seen that your angels is already giving you this message. I don't know who I'm talking to. I really don't. I don't know who I'm talking. Either you're supposed to do a blog, a podcast, something where you're supposed to be sharing your stories about your love life. The cycles of romance or something. I'm giving somebody names. Like, they're showing me names. Cycles of romance, secrets in the shadows, cycles of romance. I don't know who I'm talking to. But that was very deep, very interesting. I am a visionary, so that's what I do. I help people with their businesses and plan and stuff like that. And I just come on. I'm very creative in that energy. But I don't know. They was just giving me all types of names. I've seen secrets in the shadows, and I've seen cycles of romance. Is my thing on? I need a new humidifier thing. It just seems like this thing ain't blowing out no air. I don't know if it's clogged up or what. It shouldn't be. Alright, y'all. I love y'all. I'm going to go over to TikTok. Very nice. As you do. You picked up what you put down. Picked up what you put down. I don't know what you mean by that. Picked up what I put down. I wasn't never gonna write no damn book about my love life. I ain't got no love life. I've been with the same person for 25 years. I had nothing to talk about. I mean, I can tell y'all about my little dark goddess phases I went through, but that ain't nothing to talk about. I like this book. I like this deck. I understood. Oh, okay, that's what you were saying. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So what y'all think about this war? I've been praying that it close out. I've been trying to collapse the timeline of it. I really have. This deck is really immense. Tapping into, do you guys know how to tap into the Akashic field? And you know there's layers of Akashic field? Like there's like a soft collective layer. Then there's another layer where you could tap into like contracts and soul contracts. Then there's another layer of the field where you could tap into like spiritual courts and authorities and stuff. There's different layers to the Akashic field. So like even when I'm reading collective, that's like me typing into like the collective Akashic field. It's not necessarily somebody's pulling into your energy. It's just like it's just a Akashic force. As you close your eyes, envision yourself stepping into the most beautiful and serene of all ancient libraries. Imagine yourself taking a book from the shelf and opening it to a page. Notice the first word that comes to you. What does it tell you? How does it feel? Remember to visit this mystical library often and tap into an expansive wisdom that is yours. It's that simple. It is that simple. You want to write one, but you don't know where how to start? Yeah, definitely should. I don't have one to write about my love life. I don't really have one to write. My love life was crazy. I was a sexual beast. I had complete control over my partner and I chose spirituality. I started seeing everything spiritual. That's what I'm talking about, girl. That's the type of stories we need to hear. Those are the type of stories we need to hear. You said I learned that sex was sacred and is where you manifest the quickest. Yeah. I haven't had none in a good about 11 months. And your manifestations are harder to come in and it does slow down when you're not having sex. But when you're not having sex, you can put that energy more into. I create more. I envision more. I see more. My mind feels more clearer when it comes to my channel and download. But when you have sex, that's the only thing. It's like when you have sex, it's like it comes fast like that. But then it's like if we're having sex and the manifestations comes like that, right? Are we manifesting from a 4D level? Like what level of energy or dimension are we manifesting from? And for me, I feel like it's from the 4D. Sometimes it could be from the one or oh yeah, it could be from like the first or the second dimension. Because here's the thing, right? If you're having sex with somebody and they have like demons on them or love spirits on them, you're manifesting with them from the first and the second dimension, which means that you could be triggering wounds. You know how you be with somebody and they wind up being like a karmic or a trigger? But then if you manifest with somebody and they don't have all of that, you're getting quick manifestations, but they don't stick. So that means that you could be manifesting from the 4D. But then imagine getting with your person. You hear the beautiful rain. Thank God. It was so hot outside. Then imagine manifesting with your person and y'all are actually manifesting on a 5D level. That's where that's like manifesting with your kingdom spouse. And that's why I feel like people who be with their kingdom spouses and stuff, they get like things just go for them effortlessly and it just flows for them. You know? No, I wasn't doing any free readings, son, sister. Beautiful fingers. You Fingers and feet. I'm about to sell finger and feet pictures. Finger and feet toe pictures. No, I'm celibate now for a year, but I needed to be. I learned so much. Not having sex slows your manifestation. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Because not having sex slows your manifestation down because you're not using your sacral chakra. So your sacral chakra is where you manifest that. So if you're not using it to have sex, you're not working out. If you're not having sex, you should be working out or creating. And if you're not doing those things, you're not using that energy. So what are you manifesting? What are you manifesting from your head? Like where the energy coming from? You need the energy to manifest. You know? Men was manifesting off sex with me, and I always ended up with nothing. So when I turned to spirituality, I learned sex is sacred. Exactly. And that's what they will do. That's what they will do. And then if you don't cut cords from them, they can still manifest off of you, even if they with you or not. How do a parasite cleanse for your gut? I use oil of oregano in the pills. So I use that. I take them every day. I take them every day. I take lion's mane every day. I do echinacea here and there, depending on what the seasons is. And then you can do. It's another one that I use for. What's it called? Milk thistle. Milk thistle. Milk thistle and oil oregano. Your gut would be good. Okay, your gut would be good. How am I seductive? I look a hot mess. I'm tired. I was stolen from the sacral chakra, and that's why I backed off. You was stolen from your. Yeah, they'll do that. If you're not sealing and protecting your sacral chakra, yeah. And it really depends on who you give your energy to. Like my daughter, she don't give her energy to nobody. She only work deal with the kids. That's it. You started fasting when your sign was in the moon every month. That's a good one, Mary. Mary, you started fasting when your sign was in the moon. So maybe I should do that when Sagittarius is in there. Literally, this family did a fake Reiki session and they flooded my energy and colds. I'm now recovering from that. Ooh, I just went through the same thing, Dawn. Did a lot of energetic clearing. I just went through the same thing. Same thing I just went through. And I'm going through I had to spend a week or two cleansing my energy and recovering too. I just went through the same thing. You gotta be very careful. Very, very careful. You really do. Well, I'm gonna go on TikTok for about an hour or so to do a few messages over there. Okay. If you guys would like to join any of my classes, you can join my classes. The link is in the bio. This will be the last class that I'll be doing for this month. I'm doing a Divine Love class, from Wounds to Divine Love, July the 7th. And then that'll be my last class. And then I'm going into next year, I'm bringing a certified spiritual program to everyone. So I'm working on that endlessly. So I'm tired. So that's what I'm working on, and I'll be doing that next year. So please look forward to that. Make sure you sign up for my email list so you can get notice of when that comes out. And that would basically be that was so you know how like and the reason why I did this program, I hope nobody don't steal it. But the reason why I did this program is because a lot of people run around calling themselves spiritualists, high priestess, even readers. They have no ethicals, no moral codes. They messing with people's destinies, messing with people's energies because they have not been properly trained on how to not do that. And so their higher self, these people, they like people. Anybody could be a good reader if they know how to talk. If they know how to talk a good game and pick up a deck of cards and know how to persuade the public, anybody could be a good reader, You see what I'm saying? But where's the knowledge behind it? Where's the wisdom behind it? So that's why I created a school so they could be certified. So now when you go to a reader or you go to a spiritualist, you can be like, are you certified? It's like going to a doctor. It's like you going to a doctor and the doctor ain't certified. The doctor ain't get their exam or nothing. Like, did you go and did you pass the state boards? Are you an actual licensed physician? Like, spirituality need to be the same way. Because what people don't understand, and I feel like they are going to change this soon, what people don't understand is that a lot of spiritualists are messing up people's lives. They're ruining people's lives and they're causing people to go in psychosis. They're either going into spiritual psychosis or religious psychosis. And for people to be even calling themselves ordained minister or pastors and they actually went to school for it, like, what are y'all doing with these people's lives? Like, this is insane. And you're so responsible. You're so responsible for these other people's souls. Like, no. So I'm doing a program where my school is going to be certified and you're going to be able to get a certification as a spiritualist, as a high priestess, or as a codex master spiritual authority and ranking spiritual ranking person. That's going to be the highest level. Okay, they know what they were doing with destiny swapping and session. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Doing it's like, how do they be like, how destiny swapping? Like, that's insane. Like, do you know the repercussions? Like, I wish I could talk to y'all about spiritual court. I really want to break down spiritual court and how it works real quick. Y'all got a minute so I can break down spiritual court and how it works? Let me get my laptop. Hold on. Let me just break down to y'all spiritual court real quick. Hold on. I gotta get my laptop and I gotta turn it on. Cause I'm about to just break down to you guys real quick how spiritual court even works. Before I go on TikTok. What about the degrees in mental illness? Exactly. They need that too. It really works. You have to fast for 3 days before the sun sign goes into the moon. Set your intention during. I'm gonna try that. That ain't nothing for me to fast for 3 days. I can fast for 3 days. I fast every month, every first of the month. Oh sugar, I didn't mean to do that. What did I do? Hold on, y'all. Okay, there we go. Couple of us in spiritual court right now. Jesus. Yeah, I be checking mines. These people were selling souls and etc. on the spiritual market. Yeah, hold on. Hold on, y'all gotta wait for my computer to come on. This is what I'm saying. I need a new computer too, y'all. I love my little computer though. I ain't have it on. It's probably completely dead. But basically, anyway, and I need to print this out. But I just want to read to y'all. It's in my drive. I just want to read to y'all what happens to people that try, like people that actually destiny swap or they even try to destiny swap. What happens to them on a spiritual level? Like, it's crazy. There we go. Did I get it on? It keeps blinking, but it ain't coming on. Oh, this is the wrong deck. Oh, yeah, that goes in there? Yeah. Yeah. You said you recently found out that one can press charges for spiritual crimes to bring judgment. Yeah. But when you call judgment on somebody, it does slow down your manifestations because the court, the spiritual court, has to look at the whole case. So when you call judgment on people, it slows your manifestation down, slows your manifestation down. So you got to make sure that when you call judgment on people, that you're calling on judgment on people that is really, there we go, that is really worth calling judgment on. You have to be careful of that. And if you call, like, if you call judgment on people that have like spiritual authority and stuff, that's another thing too. You can't really call judgment on somebody that's high ranking either. All right, here we go. Hold on, y'all. Let me get to that because I do want to go with this. I was going to do a whole separate video on this. I am tired of tarot. I am tired of it. Because if I don't like doing messages like the ones I just did, and for some reason when I'm on TikTok, they bring out those weird, crazy, they bring out them karmic, I don't like doing, I shouldn't say I'm tired of tarot. Maybe I should say I'm tired of karmic messages. That's what I am. I'm tired of like reading raggedy energy. I like reading energy like what I just wrote. I like reading messages that's really going to benefit y'all and not feed y'all like illusions. I like messages like that. Like the messages we just did, that didn't drain me. It didn't drain my energy. You know, I didn't feel drained or nothing. When I be on TikTok and get off of there, I be feeling drained. So it's like, I like stuff like that. I want to do like today I just discovered I had like curses of poverty that I had to break that I didn't even know I had. So I had to go and break off 3 curses. That's child, and the curse came from 3 generations back, and it was my actual cousin to my grandmother. She was like jealous of envy, and so she put a curse on. Here it is. She put a curse on our family of poverty. Okay. Yes, you would have to book a reading with me. Book a scan reading for your finances. So my scan reading, I think they're $30 or $50 or something. I can't remember. But if you book a scan reading just for your finances, I can see if you have curses and stuff on your family. But mine was 3 generations back. So yeah. Okay. I remember. Okay, I seen that. Okay. All right, I got it up, right? So here it is. Wait a minute, hold on. This was what you call it. I thought I had more than this. Okay, so here's the thing. So the first step is spiritual violation. This is how spiritual court works. This is the spiritual violation. What is a spiritual violation? A spiritual violation is if someone hijack your timeline, they energy thief, they steal your energy, there's a betrayal, there was manipulation, you feel off, spiritually robbed, or misaligned, or somebody misaligned you. So basically, whenever somebody come into your life and they not coming in with the greatest intentions, like let's say if they're coming in your life because they feel like they could ride your coattail, benefit off of your energy, maybe they feel like you're their good luck charm, they're manipulating the energy. So that's a spiritual violation. That's the first one, right? The second thing is then calling judgment or court. So if you don't call judgment, the situation automatically goes to spiritual court, right? So use phrases like, I call spiritual court on this interference. That's how you can send somebody into judgment. And then so the soul tribunal gathers, contracts are pulled for review. Look how this process is. And once this gets called or goes to court, it blocks your manifestation. When I was going through my divorce, I couldn't manifest for a whole year because I was going through a divorce. Once you're going through court situations in spirit, and I didn't even know what I know now about spiritual court, but once you start going through spiritual court, then the spiritual team, they have to pull all the contracts. So it's like, okay, you had a contract with this person, but when you was with this person, you went into contract with this demon. You went into contract with this lust spirit. You went into contract with this watcher. You went into contract with this soul thing. You know, so it's like, then they got to pull all the contracts. How did you get in contracts with these people and these energies or these things, right? And so they got like, oh, okay, so you willingly went in the contract, unconsciously or consciously went in the contract, then they gotta review it. Okay? Then they gotta review it, because when you with somebody, like let's say you with a karmic. Let's say I'm with my ex-husband. When I was married to my ex-husband, I went into a contract with asimodosis with my ex-husband, not knowing that I went into a lust contract with him. You see what I'm saying? Because he was basically the source and the portal of that lust demon. And then that source of that portal siphoned off of my energy. That's how it works. So now you in contract with this thing. I had to close that out too. So it's like now you're with this person, and then you accumulate more. And I'm with this person for 25 years. So now you accumulate more and more and more and more and more contracts. So they gotta all get reviewed. This is what happened in spiritual court. Then after that, they review the contracts. They look at the intent, the karma, and the soul choices. Basically, what choices did your soul choose to do, right? And so you may start feeling memories, fatigue, dreams, or body shifts. Once you start closing out, my energetic cord is yellow. So when I meditate and visualize, my cord is like a yellow, it's like a yellow-white color. My cord is like a whitish yellow color. I've never seen people silver. The silver, I've never seen people silver. Like when I see people cords, they are either black, they're sometimes gray. Sometimes I've seen somebody with a red cord. Because I visualize they cord connected to mine, and that's how I cut cords with people. But Spirit shows me what color their energetic cord is. So I've never seen really a silver. I know mine is like a white yellowish color. Maybe that is it. I don't know. I just see yellow. Every time I see mine, it's just like a yellow white color. So the next thing is that okay, so after that, right, if you are in spiritual court, you will feel fatigue, you will start having these dreams, and then you will start feeling body shifts like quivers and stuff like that. You will start feeling that kind of thing, right? And so then the judgment is issued. After everything's been reviewed, then judgment is issued. So if it's a favorable judgment, contracts are just dissolved, cords are cut, and energy is returned back. That's it. Okay? If it's unfavorable, then that person racked up mutual karmic debt. They may experience delays, and then they have to do repair work that is assigned to them. So maybe they got to do forgiveness. Maybe they got to repent. Maybe they got to ask, Holy Spirit to, things of that sort. They have to do some type of healing work to cleanse whatever the judgment of favor is. So those are the two ways it can go. Then the next one is enforcement of judgment. This is where it's enforced. So timeline is either restored, energy is reclaimed, and the violator is blocked. So whoever did what, they are blocked. You realign to your higher path. You may feel lighter, and you're going to start to see the numbers 144 and 911. And it was crazy because I've been seeing 911 for like the last 2 days. Okay, so that means that your path is being restored when you see 911 or 144. Okay, consequences to the violators. They will lose access to you. They will experience spiritual delays, exposure even. They will get exposed as well. In severe cases, they will get exiled, and their soul will go through a whole reprogramming phase. Okay? And for some of these, like, because when I check people's spiritual court records, I could check people's spiritual court records. They will even say that they're watching them. They're like 1 foot, because they're doing so many violations. They could literally be 1 foot in the door to being in the karmic energy. Okay, so that's another thing too. Okay, and then so the closure signs is that you will feel more peaceful. you would feel more neutral. Your dreams would stop and new doors will open. So if your dreams are stopping, you're not getting as many dreams or stuff like that. That means that that's over. Now I thought I had another one. Hold on a second. I thought I had another one. Oops. Where I thought I had a deeper meaning to this. Do I use a silver energetic cord? I had gray, but mine's is white and purple. Okay. White and purple. I never seen purple. That's the color of my aura. Okay, here we go. Okay, here it is. Yeah. So what happens when you call judgment? Your scrolls get locked for review. Your scrolls or theirs enter a spiritual review phase. Like I was saying, old energy is paused, soul contracts are examined, timeline decisions are enforced from a higher council. So this is a pause, and it could really like cause you, like the stuff that I just went through with somebody like last week or something or the week before. It paused and delayed my manifestations for 7 to 11 days until everything gets reviewed. It's cleared out now, but that's how it works. They will pause it. Once judgment is called, you are reassigned to a cleaner path. The other party is moved into their own karmic timeline, and the energetic cords are dissolved. If you're still emotionally entangled with the outcome, like if you're respecting some type of revenge, and that's why I always tell people, do not revenge on people. Do not let God be your vengeance. Don't revenge on people. If you're expecting some type of revenge on a person, oh, I hope they get their justice, I hope they get their karma, or you're just sitting around watching people in reads to see if they're getting karma and stuff like that, or some type of entangled emotional, that's an emotional outcome. Your own movement may feel even slower, not because of the court, but because you haven't fully stepped off of their frequency. Okay, karmic echoes must clear first. After calling judgment, a brief echo may occur. So memories of this person may resurface, random signs or dreams may appear, or your body may feel weighted down or tired. This is your feel releasing all the residue of the shared soul lessons that you had. You are being empty to be refilled again. Does it slow down wealth or union? It speeds up alignment, no, but if that person or energy was feeding off your portal, distracting your calling, or mimicking your path, then the judgment frees up that stuck energy so that the correct manifestations can land. Judgment is divine pruning, not punishment. Okay? So once the court is all done with it, then everything goes back to normal. Everything will speed back up to normal. That's why you ever see somebody like after they leave somebody and then they started manifesting, their life start getting better. Hey Jen, hey Jen. After that, you start seeing their life getting better and stuff like that. That's how that's you like you ever left a man and then your life just start getting better. That's because somebody had you, they was slowing you down. Maybe they was in spiritual court for something. I don't know. Okay. Warning, don't call judgment out of ego or emotional revenge. You may end up entangling further if your own energy is not clear. Don't wait for the violators to change. The court isn't about reform. It's about moving you on cleanly. Okay, so yeah. And if you want to speed up your post-judgment, say if you just went through some type of judgment, you can speed it up by saying, the court has ruled, I now accelerate, the path is clear, and my stroll is mine alone. Okay, so yeah, so that's how that worked. Interesting. I should put this on my blog, right? Maybe I should put how this works on my blog. Anybody that get a reading with me, I check to see if they're in spiritual court, if they're in contract with demons. I check to see if if they have any parasites attachment. I check for everything because people don't be knowing. So I be like, okay, let me check. Okay. So I check to make sure you're aware, and then we can pull and read and all of that stuff like that. But this is stuff that you wouldn't really normally know in a tarot reading unless you have like that authority or that rank. You really wouldn't pick that up as easy. All right, so I'm gonna go over to TikTok now. They got swim lessons at the YMCA. I'm about to send my son. We supposed to be going to the, where we going? We going to the Six Flags this weekend. All right. Is there a book that you can recommend to get this knowledge on a spiritual court? No, there's no book. There is no book. And that's why I'm doing my school. I'm doing my program so you don't have to go searching for 1,000 places. It's basically, so my program is going to be, if you just want to be a regular, I'm going to have 3 tiers, right? And so what my program is going to do basically is, so the first tier is going to be like, say if you just want to be a spiritualist, okay? You want to be a spiritualist. You don't really want to go into like high priestess or anything like that, okay? You like, I just want to be a spiritualist. I just want to learn how to protect myself, teach other people how to protect themselves. So basically my first tier is going to be about the energy, body, and the foundations of healing. Okay, how to understand trauma, spiritual illnesses. A lot of people think they're sick physically, but it'd be really spiritual illnesses. Like, people don't understand that dementia, Alzheimer's is sometimes signs of you not healing your trauma, and so it turns into that. It's all of that you gotta release. So that's one thing right there. So if you just want to be a certified spiritual healer, then we'll go over like the basics, how to remove entities, how to create your altars, how to do baths, how to do inner child healing and stuff like that. Then the next tier is going to be more at a high priestess tier. And this is where you're dealing with more of like demonic spirits, parasites, how to identify enslavement systems, things of that, angelic energies, black magics, dark witches, warlocks, curses, shadow work, union, all of that. That would be more of the priestess path where you really understand how to do spell work from an elemental and alchemist standpoint. And then the next tier is going to be spiritual authority. So this is where you're talking about Akasha records, spiritual court, codex, light language, galactic priesthood, divine laws, and ordination and leadership. So that's going to be in like the final one. So basically this would be like if you have keys, because everybody can't, I don't care what nobody say, everybody can't access Akasha records for other people. You always got access to your own Akasha records, but you can't ever access everybody else's records. You would be like, I can't do it, I can't get into it, I can't whatever, because you don't have a key to. So I have keys, like I have a key to Akasha records. I can access anybody Akasha records, anybody spiritual courts. I'm ordained in the spiritual realm as a spiritual authority. So when it comes to like spiritual laws, divine laws, I can write those out, scroll writing, contract writing. I can shift people timelines, delete people contracts. I can do all of that and stuff like that. So that comes with different rankings and levels and stuff like that. So that's the highest level that you would go into is with this. And then if you want to do the whole full program, because the program is going to be from September to July. If you want to do the whole full program, yeah, you could do all 3 tiers if you want to. You know, some people don't need to do spiritual healer. You might already know how to do that. You know, maybe you just want to do the high priestess program and you want to do the spiritual authority program, the codex person, you know. And so we'll go through like leaderships and laws and stuff like that, you know, universal laws versus man-made laws, that kind of stuff. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm working on and stuff like that. I'm trying to put together. And so yeah, so that way you'll be certified and stuff like that, and then you'll have certification in divination, you'll have certification in properly learning how to remove demonic spirits, because a lot of people don't know, like, when you removing demonic spirits and parasites, where are you sending the energy from to? You know, if you're removing some type of energy off of somebody, you have to learn how to transmute the energy somewhere else. It gotta go somewhere else. It gotta go somewhere. Energy never dies. So it's that kind of thing. And then just understand, I have so much I want to teach. Like, and then it's like understanding how these type of spirits live in different dimensions, you know, things of that sort. And you know, I teach a lot of stuff on here and stuff like that, but I really wanted to be more of like a structured program, you know, more of like a graduation, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about working on. And then it won't just be me teaching the program all year long. No, I will have other people. If you're a teacher, maybe you can come in and teach, you know, about chakras, or you could come in and teach about inner child grief and ancestral wound. So basically I will hire you, pay you, and then you can teach certain classes. Maybe you have all 3 tiers, and then you could, you know, just be a teacher with me all year round. So just that kind of stuff, that's what I'm like kind of moving into. So yeah. That was a lot, and a bunch of other things. So I also wanted to talk to you guys about the 12 families and stuff like that. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to roll that out as well too. Because I want to give you guys the difference between the 12 tribes, the 12 real tribes that it was supposed to be, okay, and then the 12 families that actually took it from, let me see if I have it on here. Yeah, here it is. The 12 leaderships and then the apostle families that came in. So basically, I am the leader of one of these 12 tribes of Israel's. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. I'm still studying it. I'm like, what in the world is this? You know, I'm still studying it. But basically, I'm supposed to be the leader of Judah, kingship, leadership, and worship from African diaspora. So I'm going to teach you guys about this as well too. But basically, I have like leadership and authority over spiritual laws and things like that. So that's why I do a lot of codex. I do a lot of scroll writing. I do a lot of scroll writing. And so I'm working on clearing and doing my own stuff, but then I'm going to start doing things like for the collective. I've already collected the war timeline. I'm like, listen, we collapsing this. I need them to make peace. I need them, somebody to stop, give it up. Let's move on up out of this timeline. I need this timeline to come and go, because this war timeline was destined to happen, because a lot of the people that were in the 12 families, they're all being dismantled. So the 12 families, just to give you some of them, is the Rothschilds. They're dismantling. The Rockefellers, they're fragmented right now. They was in control of like the medicine and the education. The DuPonts, they were in charge of agricultural toxins and chemicals. They have been condemned. The Onassis, they were in charge of trafficking and maritime law. They're being cloaked right now, heavy. But did you see that bus that they just had with them 300 kids? My daughter was telling me about that. I forgot what city she said it was. But all of the people and stuff got caught and stuff like that. It was a whole bunch of kids that they just found. The Kennedys are also, they're pretty much like fading off right now. They're divided. Partial light and partial of them are dark and dark lineages. You got the Lee family. They are all over the digital surveillance, spiritual tech and inversions. They're under full judgment. Okay, they're under full judgment. The Van Duns, they are black nobility, occult rights, so they're collapsing as well too. The Astors are about the lands and the ley line controls. So all of this war and all of this fighting and stuff is all about the ley lines and the land. They want control over that. That's being displaced right now. The Bundy family is the CIA and mental programming. They're hitting control. So they quite haven't fell yet. Okay, which is why they're playing a lot with our social medias and stuff like that. And I feel like the Bundys are also in connection with the Grays as well too. I think they're doing something, but I ain't gonna get in too deep with that. The Russell family, which is religious distortion and secret societies, they're also fractured as well too. The Russell family is what created the religious distortion and the false light religion, and then they created the secret societies and stuff like that. Okay, the Collin family, they were in charge of, they were over ritual magics, demonic contracts, and right now they are an active threat at this time. These are the ones that are really they're trying to mess with the timelines. They don't really want to let go of their demonic contracts. They have nothing else left to feed their demonic contracts because a lot of the collective are waking up, okay? And the more and more they try to block us from our union, the more and more we're getting in contact. We're supposed to be in union with our person. And so they fed us a lot of energy in regards to that soulmate twin flame thing where we got emotionally delusional. The soulmate and twin flame unions was never supposed to be about emotional romance. They were supposed to be about us coming together and creating leaderships and power, reconstructing our neighborhoods, reconstructing our families. It was all about a mission and a purpose. It was never supposed to be like, oh, I'm gonna be so dreamy in the park with my person and we're gonna have lots of sex and we're just gonna be romantic. It was never supposed to be about that. And I always say, like, the Carters are like a main example of that, because one thing about the Carters, they came together for humanitarian purposes, and that's what soulmates and twin flames are supposed to be about. They are the prime example. I haven't seen anything like it. They were the prime examples of what twin flame and soulmates were supposed to come together and do. So a lot of twin flames and soulmate contracts got dismantled and they fell because of all of the interferences that were in between them. They wasn't allowing the people to heal, and they wasn't allowing, like, say if you met your twin flame and he not healed, he was, he wasn't healed, he wasn't ready for you because he was being possessed by a demon, he was being attacked by a demon. That's interference in a high divine contract. That's an interference. Why are y'all interfering in divine contracts that are supposed to change the world to the betterment? Because y'all demonic and y'all don't want that to happen, because then y'all will lose your power. So that's what a lot of that was like going on. So they was in charge of that, the Collins. And then you got the Freeman. They were the media manipulation, new age mimicry. So they're very deceptive. They're not broken down yet, okay? So again, you can see a lot of media manipulation and a lot of new age mimicry. I'm supposed to come on Thursday and teach you guys about mimicry and watchers. But mimicry is basically like, oh, I see the Kardashian. Now I want to wear my hair with a 20-inch bust down. I want to wear skimps. I want to wear neutral colors. I want to look like this. You know what I'm saying? That's mimic contracts, mimic energy. People don't even realize when you're watching these celebrities, when you're watching people on TV, you're watching Instagram models, and you're saying, I want to go to get a BBL. I want to look like this. I want to do that. You're mimicking energy. So now you're in contract with a mimic spirit. So that's what they was doing. So they was manipulating the media to allow people to get into those mimic contracts. And so these families were not chosen by God. They took false dominion, and now they're facing spiritual dismantle. And now they're upset because they don't want to. Now let me tell you what the tribes were supposed to be doing, because I'm not only part of the primary leader of one, but I'm also part of two other ones too. And my job is to help bring them all together. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I know God will show me the right way to do this or whatever, like, and sort of that. So the tribes that are supposed to come together, the real 12 tribes are supposed to be, the first one is the Reuben. Reuben is the first tribe of Israel. And they were supposed to be the emotional healers and the visionaries. The emotional healers and the visionaries. So you will see them people who do a lot of like womb therapy and things of that sort. Releasing and removing trauma off of us. Those are the Reubens. Okay. The next one was the Simon. The tribe next was Simone. And they were supposed to be in the justice. And warrior spirit. Okay, they originated from West Africa, and Reuben originated from the Caribbean and South America. Okay, the 12 tribes of Israel was spread all over the world. If you don't know, they were the sons of Jacob. They were descendants of Jacob and the sons of Jacob, and they all carry spiritual significance. So a lot of people is like, well, what happened to Jacob in the Bible? What happened to his children and things of that sort? Like I told you, one of my sons is 1,000,000 years old, his soul. and my son walked with a lot of the prophets that were in the Bible. And so I start, of course, I'm digging, trying to figure things out and stuff like that. So that's when I got to this and stuff like that. So we're all Jacob's sons, our daughters. We're all descendants of that. But we kept getting interfered. We kept getting stolen from. We kept getting hijacked. Our timelines, our destiny. My destiny was stolen when I was younger. I was supposed to have been a preacher. And my destiny was stolen when I was younger. You see what I'm saying? With false religion. So a lot of things have been occurring, and now God is finally taking us, thank God, God is taking us back to the very first timeline so that we can redo things over. But before we go back to that, which is what y'all seeing about the new earth, a lot of things have to be dismantled. So the next one is the tribe of Levi, which is the priestly order and the keepers of spiritual law. They are currently scattered all over right now as well. The next one is Judah, which is me. That's the tribe of Judah, which is kingship, leadership, and worship. Again, I was supposed to have been a preacher. I was supposed to show people how to properly worship spirits and things of that sort. That's from Africa, African diaspora. Okay, and then the next one is the tribe of Dan, which are prophets, judges, and discerners. These are Ethiopian and Middle Eastern. Dan is the next tribe, and they are prophets, judges, and discerners. If you want, I can put this on my blog. Okay, so you can see the list of both of them. And then the next one, and then if you can see all of these, this is how they took our original blueprint and they created their own. Okay. And then the next one is Naphtali. Excuse me if I messed the name up, but Naphtali. And this tribe is all about joy, eloquence, freedom. And this is tribe from Asia and South Pacific. This is a tribe that's all about eloquence, wealth, freedom, joy, happiness. That's what this tribe represents. And then the tribe of Gad is tribal protection, spiritual warriors, and they're native and they're from Central America. The next is tribe of Asher. Asher is also a tribe of prosperity and joy carriers, and they're from the coastal regions. And then the next tribe is Issachar. Hopefully I'm saying that right, okay? And they're the sacred timekeepers and astrologies. They're the mystics of the world, okay? These are going to be your people, and you're starting to see a lot more people when I'm on TikTok. They're reading birth charts and talking about astrology and stuff like that, and time and stuff like that. These were people who would be part of that tribe. The next tribe is going to be Zebulon, and these are going to be your trade and business code. These are your merchants, and this is the coastal merchants, okay? The next one for number 11 is going to be the tribe of Joseph. This is Ephraim and Manasseh. These are your wealth builders and your prophetic lineages, and they're from African American and Caribbeans. And then you got the tribe of Benjamin, which are the stealth warriors and divine intimacy, and they're from Europe and America. Okay, if you want, I'll comment and put it down below. And so mine is more, Judah is my primary one. My second one is Levi. And then my third one is Issachar. So my primary one is kingship, spiritual law, and leadership. My second one is priestesshood, rituals, and sacred instructions, which is why I'm guided to start my school. And then the next one is Issachar, which is timekeeper, prophecy, and divine timing. So all of that I know as well too. Yeah, and so the lioness of Strolls. I'm the lioness of Strolls and the daughter of Flame of Judah. Okay, so yeah, that's that one. Yeah, so if you guys want, I'll put that on my blog so you can see the list and you can look up all of the different names. You getting chills? Yeah, the Palladians said they weren't supposed to do what they are doing, but they are coming down. Yeah, exactly. That's why their hair is so heavy. And lately I've been channeling. I can't get like a clear channel, but sometimes I can. I just, like, I don't know, when I get online, it's like I freeze up, but I can feel their energy. But when I'm offline, I get channeling so clearly from the Arcturians, because the Arcturians are here as well too. And the Arcturians have been very much like uh they have been suppressed. Like what they did to the Arcturian star seeds that are here was really messed up. They sent the Arcturian star seeds. If you know a lot of Arcturian star seeds, which a lot of my clients have been coming to me, have been Arcturians, they have been forcing them with like on medication, depression, sadness, just emotional turmoil, so they can't see who they truly are. Because if the Arcturians wake up, and I'm getting chills right here, if the Arcturians wake up, child, y'all better watch out, because the Arcturians are way up there. They are very fast. They're more intelligent. Yes, they just been keeping them drugged up and in depression. It's like they giving them that the Arcturians are going to be so more fast and so much more advanced. So the Andromedians and the Arcturians have been coming to me lately. Like they've been coming to me. Lyrians have been coming to me. I was getting a lot of Syrian when I started my light language. I was getting Syrian a lot, but that's kind of like faded. I'm Syrian, so that's been kind of like fading. Now I just be getting messages from the Arcturian and the Andromeda. So yeah, so I'm like, okay, you know, what are y'all trying to say or whatever like that. So their messages are very clean, straightforward. And you know, people be thinking that they're coming with like these full on messages and stuff, but a lot of the messages be like, you're free. Like one thing I love about galactic species, they're not going to really blame people. They don't blame. They're not going to be like, oh, it's the Jews, oh, it's this person, is that. They don't really do blaming. They just look at things as winning and loss. So if we lost against the reptilians and the draconians, how can we reclaim the throne back? The Lyrians went into battle with them, and that's how the Lyrians lost. The Lyrians fell off. How do we reclaim that throne back? That's how they look at things. And so a lot of times they be giving us the energy to remember who we are in regards to our power, and remember who we are in regards to our authority, so that we can reclaim the throne, especially Lyrians, because the Lyrians really need to get back into position so that they can get back into their power, if that makes sense. So yeah. But yeah, that's what it, you know. And let me see if I have a picture. I have my cards and stuff over here of them. Let me see if I have my cards of them. My niece put my deck together over here. I don't know what she did with it. Oh, here we go, right here. Okay, here we go, right here. Okay, so you was told that you Lyrian. Okay, do you have a lot of Leo in your chart? Usually they take Lyrians and they put a lot of Leos. The vegans too have been showing up. The Greys, the Arganthians, Water, Starseed, the Tall Whites, Reptilian. Yeah, that's who been coming a lot, is the Andromedians. Mantis. My kids are Mantis. But my son, he's Arcturian. Yeah, this is one of my sons are Arcturian. You got the Venetians, the Sirens. So you got Siren A, Siren B. They go to Lyrians. The Nephilims. And then you got Siren A. The Nagas and the Draconians and the Greys. The Orbis, the Anunnaki. I really want to know what the Anunnakis are up to. Like, what's going on with them? Because I'm not, like, getting a lot of, like, downloads about them. Like, I'm like, what's going on with them? You know, so the Andromedians, Syrian, Nephian, Lyrian, Siren B, Reptilians and Nephilims, the Tall Whites, the Greys. These are the ones I don't trust. I don't trust them. Even though they said the Greys are not really doing nothing, I don't know. I just feel like the Greys are in contract with one of those families to mess around with the media. I don't know what I don't know what the Centaurians or the Tall Centios are doing. What are the Anunnaki are doing? That's what I want to know. I want to know what are the Anunnaki doing. Draconians, Greys, Arcturians over here, and then the Mantis. You said I was peeking into the graves during a dream, and one of them threw a rock at me. I thought he was playing, but he wasn't. Oh, you got Leo in your fourth house. Okay. Yeah. Like, I'm like, what is that about? What is that about? When it comes to the Greys, I heard the Greys are mean. I don't know, child. I be rebuking them. That's why all of my technology, I be like turn it off at night, cause that's the only way they come in. They just sit there and watch you and mess with you. Like they was messing with my sister and stuff like that. They just weird. They just like to hover over you and they like to study you. And the Arganthians, I know the Arganthians and the Blue Avians want to come up, but they're waiting for the vibration. They feel like the vibration of the planet is not high enough yet. Like I be seeing, like you ever see like these little things like these little orbs like this? I be seeing like these little orbs and stuff like that. I see them in my meditation. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what's gonna happen. It really will. I don't know. I'm just like, what is the Arcturians and Andromedian doing? We would just be shocked to see, honey. There's always something going on. Yeah. Yeah, you should tell them to get the hell away from you. Make sure you're not falling asleep like next to your phones. That's how they get in through phones, strolling on social media, like TikTok and stuff. And make sure you're not sleeping with your TV on, stuff like that. I gotta call her. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. You see them out the corner of your eyes. Yeah, they gotta be watching you somehow. You gotta get rid of them, Mary. Because sometimes if they're around, they could be around because maybe there's some things that you still need to heal and stuff. Is what I heard. That sometimes they know how to play like on your weaknesses or something. So I would just watch it with them. Oh, aloe vera next to the TVs. Yeah. Yeah. I turn my stuff off. And I'll be like, and you know what else you can do at night? You can say, I close all energetic portals. All energetic portals. Yeah. I say I close all energetic portals. I close my bathroom door because I got a huge mirror in my bathroom. And I turn everything off and I say I close all energetic portals. I don't even want to turn my laptop off because it's so hard to turn it back on. So what I do is I close it off, but if I'm too lazy, if I'm not lazy, I'll take it downstairs and just leave it on downstairs. But in my bedroom, I gotta turn it off. Oh, you see the orbs? Oh, okay, the orbs. Okay, yeah, those they not shadow. If they're like white, you should be fine. Yeah. Hey, Dorita. All right, you guys, I'm going to go over onto TikTok. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's go listen to some vibing music over on TikTok. I'm trying to figure out what playlist I should play. What would be the best playlist is on? I like India Ari. Oh, okay, okay. You should be good there. Okay. All right, I'll see y'all over there. I love y'all. Have a good one. Bye. Bye, y'all. See y'all later. Bye. You're welcome.